You know, if I'm a Montreal Canadiens fan watching the Habs lose the first two games against Tampa Bay, yeah, it's a worry, but NHL finals can turn it on a dime. It's not the first time Montreal's been down 2-0 or been up against it. I'm going to give you a prime example. Now, the 1986 Stanley Cup final between Montreal and Calgary was totally dominated by Calgary the first first four periods. Let me put this in perspective. They won 5-2 at home. Game 1, the Montreal was in the contest. In Game 2, John Tonelli scored a big goal at 9:06 in the first period to put them ahead 1-0, and then Paul Reinhardt from Hakan Lube and Lanny McDonald put them ahead 2-0 with 15 seconds gone in the second period. So you're saying to yourself, well, Calgary's going to win both games at home. Now, if you look at Game 2 against Tampa Bay, Montreal had tied it and would have done well in the third period were it not for that late goal, like I say, turning on a dime. But in Game 2, of all people, Gaston Gingras, who never scored in the playoffs up until that time, was a reclamation project. He would use him in the early 80s as kind of a slapshot number 4 defenseman and kind of failed at it. He went over to Toronto and came back. But Gingras was much improved. He scored an unassisted counter at 3:45 in the second period. And you're saying to yourself, well, maybe Calgary's going to slip up, but they're going to dominate. Now, this is what happened. The defensive shell that Montreal was working on for most of the postseason, similar to what they used in '93, was really paying off. Now, in the third period, of all people, the former U.S. star Dave Maley scored his first of the playoffs at a 3:30 mark from Carbonneau and Chelios to tie the game 2-2 and leave the fans at the Saddle Dome totally nonplussed as to how this occurred. Again, up 5-2, winning the first game, up 2-0 in the second game, seemed to have everything going for them. But as the contest went on, Montreal started dominating shots. And when they went to overtime, it was the biggest changeover in NHL history, and from then on it was all Calgary in the doghouse in Montreal series. On the face-off, Lawler to McPhee Squiglin, the fastest overtime goal at 9 seconds. And it was, if you look at the YouTube of it, it was a set play similar to how Montreal scored in Game 7 in '79 against Boston in the semifinals. Now, this was a very rough contest, ladies and gentlemen. 72 combined minutes and penalties, and the Flames' offense kind of, went away after the second period. Now, not saying it's a rope-a-dope, but at the time, overtime magic was only doing so far much for Montreal, leading up to '86. But Lemieux's goal against Hartford and their great results against the Rangers in the semifinals showed that overtime magic was in Montreal's favor. Now, video of the game and highlights of the game are available online on YouTube. Check it out. Look at it before Game 3, because anything is possible in sports. Yankees lost the first two games to the Dodgers in '78. They won 4 straight. It's a 7-game series. It's never over till it's over. Sure, Tampa Bay is the better team, but when's the last time you see the best team win 100% of the time? It's always something. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of the Game 2 of '86 Montreal-Calgary. If you like what we're doing here, give us a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget, keep your stick in the ice. Bye.